All right, what's going on? It says we live. So, um, trying out a new platform for the first time called StreamYard. So, looking forward to seeing how this works out. The Convo Unedited brand has been something I've been like perpetually trying to get off the ground for a while now. Um, so I'm looking to take it a little bit more seriously. And I wanted to start with a guest that I know personally. Known this guy for a minute, about like 13 years now. So he's got a lot going on. He's somebody I admire, somebody that I respect in the game. So I wanted him to be the first on this platform, and hopefully, this will be the first of many, and we'll see how it goes. But without any further ado, this is the cat right here that bodied me on my own song, and we'll get into that at some point throughout this conversation. So, none other than my main man, H.
Yo,
What it do?
what's going on, family?
Shit, chilling, man, chilling. So we coming in clear. You can hear me clear and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How I sound? I'm good.
Yeah, perfect, bro. I like the hats.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, so as I was saying, man, on the intro, we known each other, man. I was thinking back at it, like it's been 13 years now.
It might have been more than that, man.
It might have been,
Yeah.
because you touched down in Tampa when?
Oh 04.
Yeah, and then it was before that, then.
Yeah, 2004 is when I started going out and you know doing the e-board thing. The what is it called? When Crowbar was on the rocks.
Yeah,
His sole purpose was he was the guy over there.
right. Yeah, sole purpose. I remember that whole moment, bro. I remember that whole scene like it was yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was that was oh 04, you said? Oh 04, oh 05?
yeah. That was 04 and 05. Yeah, 05. I really started getting to it. Um, and then 2006 is when I started the cipher. So it was before the cipher when we first linked up.
Yeah.
I remember
Well, I know.
I was a huge fan of the basics, man. I was a fan.
Yeah. Now I remember you coming out, man. You caught us like right when we were getting ready to go to Cali.
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
had we had made some buzz in Tampa, and we was like, you know what, it was one of them calculations like let's take it over there and see if they feel the same way, type deal.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean that whole time period, it was you. Dynasty was starting to pop up
Yeah. Dynasty was
shortly after.
popping. It
Yeah,
was the I just remember I really remembered everything though. I remember Laws was popping. Um Jinx and the establishment. I was a huge fan of their marketing. They had some really cool marketing.
right, right.
Hard Target and Chief with the Black Ops thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's when that was like right before everything like kind of just changed. Like when TampaHipHop.com was like it was the thing before MySpace.
100%. I say that all the time. It was like the Facebook before Facebook.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the haters were there. The drama was there.
Oh yeah,
The
the drama
plot
was definitely
lines.
there.
You know. I think they even had a category for beef. If I'm not mistaken, they had one of the topics was like, you can go in this room for all your beefs and shit. Remember that?
It was a wild time, but I loved it, man.
Yeah.
Sandman was definitely ahead of his time, man.
Yeah. Sandman, Crabtronics. Yeah, all them cats, man. It was dope, bro. I'd like to see somebody come out with a line of Tampa hip hop gear, bro. That'd be dope.
It would be dope, but it's like I don't know. I think that it's been gone so long that the people, the consumers, you
Mhm.
know what I mean, will be like, what is TampaHipHop.com?
Right. Yeah, and it'd be nostalgic. It'd be more of a nostalgia brand.
Yeah, it'd be
Anybody
dope
that
for
ain't been
a line of hoodies, like hoodies and like just you know what I mean, just to show like love to that shit. Like I because I feel, I mean, I think most people feel that way. Most of these young cats, they feel that way about what is it called? MySpace right now.
Right. Right.
And different platforms that we used before, right after Tampa hip hop. But I
Yeah.
was late on the train. I was late because I came in '04. So by the time I got onto it, I caught a couple barbecues, you know what I'm saying, and all of that before, all of that shit stopped.
Yeah. You got a chance to market heavy on there though. You went on
Just
that
a
bitch.
little bit.
You came in marketing, man. Your
Did
ass
I?
came to, yeah, dog. You came in. You came in. You got a chance to like get your shit off on THH, man. Obviously, you were more a street dude. You were more of a hand face to
The dollar,
face.
yeah, the dollar day CDs and all of that. Yeah,
McDuck, yeah, the McDuck stuff. I
yeah.
get that moment. That moment is a moment. When I think about you, I always think about that moment, bro.
Which
Because
moment?
we were at what was it? The old, not Crowbar, but the old Mask. What the fuck was that called? It was on the corner, and then they moved it to seven.
Empire.
Not Empire.
Oh, Orpheum.
Orpheum when it was on the
Yeah,
corner. And I remember you had came in there and you had the super tall tees on with the airbrush McDucks on them, dog.
yeah,
Right, that was in like and so when I was across the room, you know how I be, how I do my. So I'm in there, right, and I see you come through, and of course you're not by yourself. You had a little squad with you, and they all had the tall tees on. They was all repping the McDuck and the airbrush shit too, and it was just like a moment when y'all came through. You had to notice it, right, because it was
yeah,
different. Like for Florida, it was different. For Tampa, it was different. It was like, okay, these cats coming in with the energy, a whole different energy. There's a
yeah.
whole different energy, whole different vibe, whole different look. And it for most people they felt threatened. So a lot of younger cats was like, who is these cats? And the way y'all came through it and handled your business, it was like it was you could tell that it was well thought out. Or at least it looked well thought out.
It was it.
You know what I'm saying? You just like put up tell me about the process, bro.
Nah, it was my boy Jeff. He still does clothing. He does Angels with Filthy Souls. I don't know if you ever see the Broken Ugly shirts or the Poke from
Yeah.
Poke. He still does that. But at the
Right, right,
time they
right.
were doing the Mesquite type shirts.
Yeah.
And we had a show earlier that day. So we all just was like, yo, we just gonna rep because everybody was on dollar day. It was a compilation
Mhm.
album. So
Yeah.
everybody was like, yo, Jeff gonna do our shirts, Jeff and John the Barber. So we just,
Right.
had some shirts done and we was just like, yo, they got something going on at the Orpheum, so we just gonna go crash the Orpheum.
Yeah.
At that time, we was part of the don't want to go home crew.
Right,
Uh,
right,
you
right.
know, nowadays you do an event, man, after the event, man, you out at
Yeah.
the crib.
Yeah.
Nah, we anything that's still open, we was there.
Right. Now, that's one thing about you, bro, is I noticed that you're always able to identify key members of your squad or a team. You've been able to mobilize, which I think is something that kind of sets you apart and I mean from the rest. The ability to mobilize and lead and collaborate, in a way that shit gets done. That's one of the things I really respect about, what you do.
Appreciate
Um,
it.
but just want to go back, man. I want to kind of take it back. I want this to be, when I do these, I really want them to be time capsule pieces as opposed to just to kind of let you know, my vibe with these is more time capsule. So your son, my sons, their grandsons, whatever the case may be, can say, can look back and say, oh, that's what Pops was into, or
Gotcha.
this is how he moved, this is how he talked, or whatever the case may be. Um, so just want to go back, man. I know you from Delaware,
Yeah.
came to Tampa, and I know you probably told this story before, but were you born in Delaware?
Yeah. Wilmington, Delaware.
Born there. Born there. Mom's pops. You live with both.
Nah, well, Pops wasn't really around. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Pops wasn't around since like probably the age of 3. He was around, but he wasn't around.
Right. So you knew of him. You had seen him and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. To me, that was my guy. You know what I mean? That was my guy. But to mom, he wasn't shit.
Right.
He was out street guy, always out.
Mhm.
We ride down the street, we see him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Type, you know what I mean? He's never too far, but he's never around.
I got you. I got you. And brothers and sisters, no, right?
Yeah. I got a sister. My dad got a couple. I grew up with my sister Cherie, and
Okay.
the my pop had he probably got like 4 or 5 kids, other kids.
So you got step brothers and step sisters and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I only really know one of them.
I
The
got
other
you.
ones, like social media once every blue moon, couple
Right, right,
years.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, sometimes it's better that way, bro. Sometimes because I'm the same way. I'm detached in a
okay,
lot of ways from some of my extended family, and sometimes you can get caught up in wanting to have that connection, but then you realize, you know what? I'm kind of moving the way that I'm moving. If we happen to connect in some meaningful way, then it just is what it is, and if
right,
it happens organic, then cool. But
right.
yeah, I'm kind of the same way, man. But so kind of from the Delaware, at what point did y'all just decide y'all want to move to Tampa? How did that happen?
Oh no, I moved by myself. I
Dolo.
I had a one of my friends in Delaware. I had a job in
Yeah.
Delaware that opened up a store in Tampa. They used to
Okay.
be in Ybor, then they moved over to like Bears. And
Gotcha.
one of my guys that worked there, he moved down and he got in some legal trouble, so he had to move back. And so basically, I gave him a couple $100 and he let me come down and finish the rest of his lease out, which was the
Right.
summer. I spent the whole summer down here.
Yeah.
So me networking, playing ball, I met a lot of people, and I just I kind of built a relationship with one of the guys who, because I lived on a college, he lived on a college campus.
Okay. So you was having a
So
good time. You having
yeah,
a Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I met a dude named Maul. And
Hmm.
Maul was one of those people, military kid, who just was like, bro, I'll take you wherever you want to go. Like, show, what I mean? Like, let me show you around the city, blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
Right.
Link with him. So when I moved back to I moved back in September, and I got in a little bit of shit. So they I was telling my man Maul, like, man, I gotta move back, man. He was like, bro,
Mhm.
you can move back, you can come back here, bro. You can sleep on the couch. I lease up in 6 months and we can go get an apartment. So I
Yeah.
did that. I came back in '04, slept on the couch half the year. Um, I came back like the day after my 21st birthday.
Mm.
And from there it was history.
So you said you had gotten some shit yourself back in Delaware, or was there
Yeah,
some shit
yeah.
going on?
Just some regular
Young.
young stupid
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
So you feel like So you feel like if you would have stayed there, or if you wouldn't have made that move, where you ever look and think where you'd be?
Man, I have no clue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be who I am today.
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, I think that's why I have so much love for Tampa, man, because like
Yeah.
it allowed me to grow. It allowed me to be here and be free. And
Yeah.
you know, um, I was around, like, a lot of my friends up there, got in a lot of trouble. And
Mhm.
I'm not saying I don't think I was ever a follower, but
Right.
the access and the love and the opportunities that I got in Tampa was phenomenal. So it just I probably have a regular ass job and be
Right.
working
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
don't,
mean, yeah. Nah, you never know, man. You never know how that shit's gonna work out, man. But definitely, I got a lot of friends from up north. A lot of
okay.
cats, New York, Connecticut, Jersey, and then I got family up there too. So, but I noticed that when cats come down here, bro, they have a whole different hustle. They out hustle a lot of the cats down here. I noticed it's just not everybody. I'm generalizing, but a lot of times they just have a whole different mentality, whole different hustle. So when they come down here, they're used to such a pace.
Oh,
Um,
you know what it is? I look at it as the same aspect as like the immigrants. You know, like
yeah,
when they come down here, they bust their ass, they work, and they end up owning a lot, because they have tunnel vision, and the fear of going back to what they came from, pushes
mhm,
them forward. And I
yeah,
feel like when you're somewhere and you've been there, you born there, you don't see it as the same as somebody who just came.
yeah,
Like it was at one point when I went back home, I was sleeping in my car, and that fear pushed me. way farther than anything.
Yeah. Did your mom know that you were sleeping in your car?
Yeah, yeah. So crazy. I was going through my
I'm a man and
feeling
shit.
feeling grown. You know what I'm
Right, right, right.
saying? Got kicked out the crib.
Yeah.
Went to stay with my sister. Me and her bumped heads. Got out of there. Fuck it. I'm gonna sleep in my car. So sleeping in my car. I just remember one day my mom ride past, beat the horn, wake me up. Take your stupid ass to the house, and then peeled off.
Yeah.
Like I was, I mean, I'm not saying that I had to sleep in my car.
Right.
My will of being independent was so strong that I wasn't. If I have to live under your roof and do what you say, and I don't like it, I'd rather sleep in my car and have freedom.
Right, right. How old were you? How old we talking?
I'm like 19.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like 19. Feeling like I'm grown. I don't have to listen. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I do it my way.
Yeah, man. Shit, I was the same way, bro. I left my mom's house at 13.
Okay.
Um, you know, for various reasons, man. We just did not click. She was young. She was young when she had me though. She was 16. So
Same.
she was a kid, so it got to a point where it's just like I'm out, and then I figured it out and stayed with my grandmother and things of that nature. But I knew I couldn't stay home. You know what I'm saying? I knew I couldn't be up under nobody's roof and things of that nature, man. So I totally get that shit, man. Um, and so you end up in Tampa. You come to Tampa. Did you come here with the thought that, hey, you know what? I'm gonna start rapping and I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that?
Nah, so like my last 3 days in Tampa for the summer, we were at Club Fuel,
Damn.
and my man Maul, they had like it was just playing like it was early, it was early, so they was playing like when they was playing the intros to the music before the music actually dropped.
Hmm.
So I'm over there just freestyling a little bit, and my man Maul like, yo, you can rap? I was like, yeah. He's like, you can freestyle? I was like, yeah, pretty dope. He is like, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
you to my man house,
Right,
and
right,
and
right, right.
we gonna figure it out. We gonna see if you can really rap. Cause he the best freestyler I know, and it better be off the top. So
That's
we
all you
go to,
needed.
so we leave the club instantly and go to his boy's crib. I embarrassed dude. So the next day we go home. He's amazed. He's like, man, if you're this good, I wonder how good Biggie was. Like, so like, damn, that's what's up. So we go home. I think nothing of it. The next day, like I said, I lived in a college
Yeah, yeah.
apartment joint. It used to be called Jefferson Commons.
Got you. Yeah, I know about it.
So we used to hoop over there every day. So I'll be over there hooping, and Maul's like, "Yo, come here! I just got from work." He had his Comp USA shirt on. He went
Yeah.
and bought a computer, not Pro Tools. What was it called? I think it was like
Pretty
Acid
loose.
or something like that. I don't
Acid.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Sonar. It's called Sonar. So he
Yeah.
went and bought all the microphone, all of this stuff. So we stayed. My last 2 days, we stayed in there just like trying to record in the bathroom. It sounded terrible, but we were so
Yeah,
hyped.
yeah.
We were so hyped, man. It was like
Yeah.
so. After I left, we stayed in contact, and then I would call him once in a while, ask him for advice. He had like that big brother vibe to him.
Right.
So when I came back to Tampa, he was just like, man, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So I'm like, all right. So we linked up with some more people that was rapping in Jefferson Commons. You know how
Yeah.
how we do little house parties. And next thing you know, I'm in there rapping, freestyling, and gained a couple fans. People
Right.
want. I was going out to Gainesville, linking with my man Jay Dash and
Hmm.
this dude named Mr. Minch. Actually, he was a football player. Well, I think he just retired from the NFL now.
Well,
But
okay.
at the time, we were all just rapping in the dorms.
Yeah.
Jay Dash ended up recording a song called "The WAP," which took off, and T Pain was on the remix and all of that. But
Hmm.
it was kind of like, man, this is cool. But my initial reason for coming down here, I wanted to play ball at USF.
Oh, b-ball. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to hoop, but I fell in love with that music, man. I seen things were starting to happen. We were doing
Mhm.
shows, small shows, but it felt so
Okay.
right. And I've always
Yeah,
had a
but you was
love for
getting that
music.
love though.
Yeah. But it was just kind of like it was weird. It was weird. At the time, it felt like love. At the time, I was
Right.
moving around with different people who were from here, and
Mhm.
it was kind of it was interesting. It was an interesting experience. But at the
Yeah.
time, I was so infatuated with like leveling up. Like, if this is
From a
dope at this level, what's the
right.
next level? What's the next level? What's the next level?
Yeah.
And only way you get there is the work.
That's the thing. There ain't no shortcuts.
Right.
You know, I
None.
damn sure try, I was damn sure looking for him when I was doing my thing. It's like, nah, okay, there ain't none, you know. So yeah, you leveled up. So when you talk about leveling up, are you talking about from a rap perspective, or are you talking about a life perspective?
I mean, I'm rap.
At that
It's
point,
the music industry.
it's rap.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean, I had a little job, probably making maybe about 250 every 2 weeks,
Yeah, yeah,
300.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little part-time job. I was just more so like if this rap thing, I'm all in with the rap thing. At the time,
Right.
I ain't have any rent. Ma let me
Mhm.
stay sleep on his couch. So for 6 months, all I had to do is record at least one song a day.
Yeah,
So once we learned the program, it was on. I was recording maybe 3, 4 songs a day.
that's what's up.
Yeah,
So then I was talking about, I had a Bongo, Bongo Dread.
yeah. I remember him.
Yeah, I had him on a few weeks ago, and we were talking about that dude, that one dude. Everybody has that dude that tells them, "Yo, you can rap. You should do this or you should do that." Like he was talking about his guy who, encouraged him to, go to this open mic or whatever it was, and then from there, all of the things happened for him. And then with you, it's the same scenario. You talk about your boy telling you, "Yo, you got, you got bars," or whatever the case may be, and without that dude saying, "Yo," or encouraging you, maybe you're not here. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Because I mean after I moved, I had an attempt to move here before and it fell through. One of my guys was in the military, and
Yeah,
I wanted to move down here because I knew we had a store down here and I had a job.
yeah,
And he flaked on me. He really like stopped answering my calls. Like I'm supposed to move like a couple weeks,
right,
nothing. Like he really flaked on me.
yeah,
So when I did get the opportunity to come down here, I did. But Mo was really he changed a lot. He changed my mentality a lot. Cause he wanted me to go to open mics. And I was like, man, I ain't going down here, man. Nah. Cause
yeah.
I met a lot of rappers that couldn't rap. And I was like, man, I'm not going there, bro. Like, nah. But he was like, you want a place to live, you gonna go. I was like,
Right. Yeah, man, you need motherfuckers like that, bro. That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
man. Um,
Dog, I was one of the most selfish people I knew. Like I could care less about helping anybody. I just wanted I was like a dog with a bone, bro. I
yeah,
wanted I just wanted whatever. So
yeah.
after he encouraged me to do it,
Hmm.
and I started changing. I started seeing what he was saying. I started understanding. So he was a huge part of my growth. Period.
Yeah, man. And I mean, so from that time to now, man, how many albums, how many projects? It's been you got
At least
mixtapes,
12,
albums.
yeah. At least 10 or 12. 10 or
Yeah,
12.
right. And
Yeah,
so the projects that you would, so first off, bro, and I mentioned this on the intro, man. Like when I first saw you and heard some of your early stuff, the Dollar Day,
yeah.
and some of the maybe one or two after that, I was like, man, we got to get him on a track. We got to get him on a song. I was
Right.
like, I don't know if he's gonna do it because the basics music was the basics music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was what it was.
Y'all had
Um,
your own little sound though.
yeah, we had our sound. We had our sound. But at that time, it was like, you know, trying to add a different sound or add somebody that's more, I guess, what you would call traditional hip hop
Yeah.
was something that we was like. But I was like, yo, we gotta get H on this bitch, dog. We gotta get H and we gotta get Marcus Vance and we
Yeah.
gotta get him on this track, bro. And that verse that you spit, I don't know if you even remember that verse, bro.
I don't, but I tell you what I do remember. I remember it when I first sent it. I
Yeah.
remember Gage. He said, "Nah, this verse is too local," and I was like,
Gage was a savage, bro. Gage was a savage.
"All right, I got you. Say no more." I
The
remember
first,
writing with that. I remember
right.
writing the second one with the like, all right, local, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I think I said something about I mentioned Act a Fool in my verse, something like I had my hater blockers on or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. Now that you mentioned that, bro, I think I do remember us having that conversation. Because that was one thing about us, bro. We did not want to be boxed into like local. That was like
Yeah,
a huge, thought process and in everything that we did, man. But you came on, you killed the shit. We had Marcus Vance on there, which arguably, you know, when you say R&B in Tampa, you got to say Marcus Vance,
you have to.
point blank.
Yeah,
Um, I love that dude, man. I love him. He came in. He was like on that first project we did. He was damn near like a third member of the team because
he's a
he's on
beast,
like
man.
3 or 4 tracks, bro. But the one you came on and did, bro, was the I show you how real it is. Show you how gorillas live. If it's war, then it's war, burning down your villages. H,
Mm,
no topping that. H, no stopping that. H, all original. Y'all all copycats. I hang you with my pronouns, stab you
mm,
with my verbs. I'm doing life and rhyme because I'm murdering with words. Dog,
shit.
I got buzz like a drunk bumblebee, and my punchlines is landed. You don't want to rumble me. Nah,
Mm,
you don't want to scrap. Nah, you don't want to rap. Every 16 is like a M16 to track. I don't think they know. We don't shine, we glow. We see forward ours. Y'all got firecracker flow. See the moon
mm,
thing. Peep how we do things. On the road to the top, taking up 2 lanes. That's about the kid. What the business is. Marcus Vance. Tell them how real it is. Dog, my
shit.
favorite motherfucker. That's one of my favorite verses on my own
That
shit.
shit sounds so hard.
That shit hard as hell, bitch.
That shit hard.
That shit was hard, bro. Like I sat back and listened to that shit, man, because we sent it to you. You came back with that shit, and I was like, I think I might have rewrote my shit, like, and still was like not happy. You know how you rewrite the shit, like fuck it, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Like that verse was hard, bro. Like the
that's a
shit you were
hard verse.
saying. Yeah, you could tell at that time period where you were at in your life too. You was kind of in that mode. This was like, I feel like this was right around the time Cassidy had Body Freeway. And you
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Like it was a different time. Like the lyrics was mean and shit. Um, but I wanted to let you know, man. I know that shit verbatim. You
Man,
know,
that
you're
shit
one of the
hard.
artists.
I know I wrote I remember writing that verse like, oh,
Really?
local. We local, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Let me that put a little battery, but I need that, I need that. Like
Yeah.
sometimes when you record by yourself in your studio sessions, it's just you,
Hmm.
you feel like, I mean, you're the only person to motivate you.
Right. Yeah.
So, at that time I did so many features and so many just verses for other people just
Everywhere.
because
Yeah.
I just wanted the people that I looked up to, you like y'all guys, man. I was like, man, that's leveling up to me. I was a nobody here in the city, and I
Hmm.
wanted to make a name for myself. I wanted to, make sure that, they respected the craft and they respected what I did, and not just, I seen some people get on because they're cool people, you
Right.
know, and some people get on because they work hard. Me, I wanted to check all the boxes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I mean, like, if you had to like, and I'm sure you probably do this. Most successful people do this, right? And I would say that, and I consider you successful, right? I consider you as somebody that found a way to make a living in hip hop,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah,
Which a lot of people try to do. Not everybody can do that, but you have set yourself up to have a certain level of success in hip hop. Um, and with that being said, how would you like what is it about you specifically that you feel is the reason that you're able to do that? What is it about what you do, your work ethic, or whatever the case may be?
I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, it's kind of cliche these days, but like how Kobe thinks about like just failure and
Mhm.
use that to motivate himself and to like I'm terrified of going back to working at
Right.
some for somebody else.
Yeah.
Like I haven't had a job since 2007. So like I feel like if I if if I take a day off or I take a week off,
Right.
it's crazy. Like I can't I don't feel comfortable ever just relaxing, chilling, doing like today's the slowest day I had all week.
Yeah.
That's only because my car overheated last night. So I'm letting that chill, go get some antifreeze tomorrow, get back to the grind tomorrow. But today, like, and it don't feel right. I'll be doing something else I'm sure it's
Right.
sometime soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you talk about the grind, and you talk about all that shit. Like, so with most businesses, everything shut down. Um, Businesses, bars with the corona, with the COVID shit.
Yeah, yeah. Slow down the hustle.
Yeah. So I was gonna say how did it affect you, like, personally,
Oh
and
man, I loved it. I loved it. At first I was worried. At first I was kind of worried, like, yo, that's all my hustles. Like I work for like three different clubs. So it's kind of just like, yeah, man, what we gonna do? But it kind of cleared the way. It cleared the path for different opportunities.
yeah.
And when I start seeing it, I recognized it. I recognized it. And I was like, ah. And even when we stopped the festival, it was kind of like it was so much going on that it needed to happen.
Yeah.
It might have saved a few people's jobs and a few relationships,
Mhm.
because a few people weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it was like I got to make a decision, but then we had to cancel it. So it was like there's no decision that need to be made right now. We'll let time play it out.
So what
You
do you
know,
do in a situation like that, though? What do you do in a situation where you working for three clubs and none of them can open? What do you? Where do
another
you?
hustle. You just tune in. You just lock in. Another hustle, man. So
Yeah.
so it's kind of like I have a few artists who I help, and we I kind of strategic marketing type of thing.
Mhm.
So I'm helping them out. They pay me for that. Uh,
Yeah.
the crazy thing is we ordered these hats. We ordered these hats like 2 months ago, 3 months ago for the festival.
Right.
And they came in and I was kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I think I'm just gonna hold them till next year. And I had the idea. I was like, you know what? If people want to buy them, I'll just make them available. Just if people want
Mhm.
to buy them.
Yeah.
So we put them out and we sold 100 of them in really less than a week.
But I think it's perfect timing to put stuff out like that because people are buying shit at an alarming rate, nigga. Like
Oh, that
Amazon is ringing.
that government money, man. That government money coming in, man. So if you file for unemployment, man, you looking all right right now, especially if you're self-employed and you're not really like making a lot of money.
Right.
But I believe in investing in my hustle anyway.
Yeah. That's the right way to do it. I mean, that's definitely the right way to do it. Uh,
Yeah. So I mean me, I just it's so many things, bro. Like just something that I've been working on for a while, but I've never put in play. I've been working on this basketball league for the kids. I want to do a free basketball league for the kids, and I've been planning it damn near like since I've been an adult, and it's
mhm.
it's kind of one of those things that I said something about it on Facebook, and we had a few people respond, and they
Yeah.
plugged me in with the boys and girls clubs, and I had a meeting with them and with the guy who's I guess he runs all of the ones in Tampa, and he's open to do it. You know,
Mhm.
he's open to do it. We also talked about a music program through the Boys and Girls Club too. So
Yeah.
these are things that I wanted to do next summer,
Right.
and
Right.
it just so happens that perfect timing. So that's
Yeah.
something,
They need more of those leads, man. They need free stuff for the kids, man.
and that's what I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
do it. I'm going to do it. So, you know, we've been, me and my partners from up north, they really, we always talk about bringing, you know, putting money back into what we want to do together,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know. So that's something that we're going to do. And that's going to open a few other doors for things we want to do. But it's been beautiful, bro. I just had time to just perfect the things that I want to perfect. You know, put some real ideas down and you know, partner up with people who I wasn't partnered up with before that want to
Yeah.
do the same thing I want to do going
Right.
forward.
Yeah, like I said, man, I've always noticed that you pick really good partners. For the most part, that I've everybody I seen you partner up with, y'all end up doing some cool shit. So
Hey, I mean, I feel like finding partners is like finding girlfriends, man. You gotta watch them for a while. You gotta
real
study them. You gotta be like, yo,
shit, brother.
what's really like a car, like what's really under the hood,
Right,
and
right,
then
right,
and
right.
once you learn about who's who and who's real with it, then you approach it.
Hell yeah, man. So you talk about partners and you talk about girlfriends. Like I noticed, man. Like obviously, when we first met, you was just a kid, and
Yeah,
now you got a kid. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You got a
man.
son, bro.
Yeah, he turning 3 in October, man. That's my little man.
Yeah, that's I remember when you first told me about it, bro. I remember how happy you was about that.
Oh
And
yeah, definitely.
I think you had just found out it was a boy or something
Yep.
along those lines.
Yeah, I seen you out in Ybor, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How has that been, man? How has that changed, or has that changed
Nah,
the way you
fatherhood
move
is the
about him?
shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. He's a real boy.
Yeah, yeah,
He's a real boy, and I mean I love it. I just you know I'm interested in you know this whole process.
yeah. He's 3.
He'll be 3 in October. Yeah.
Damn, man. So he's I mean, obviously he gonna be playing basketball. We already seen him in the house with the hoop,
Yeah, man.
dunking. Now who got the height? You got height in your family?
My dad is like 6'5".
6'5". Okay.
Yeah, my pop is like 6'5". My mom is short, so I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, I got hit with that same shit, bro. My
Yeah,
dad was tall, and he played ball too. And then my mom was short as hell. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But he's tall for his age. He's around his 6-year-old cousin, his 4-year-old cousin, and he's right in between them. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to really beat you up when you get older.
bro, just make him sit down. Like my son, my oldest son, he's 13. And all he talk about is when he get big, how he gonna handle me and shit like that. I'm like, I will fold your ass like a goddamn lawn
Right.
chair, boy.
Hey, listen, it keep you in shape though, keep you on your
Hey,
toes. Like I
no,
can't
for
get
sure.
old.
For sure, bro. For sure. Everything I do is for that day, bro. I told him, man, but he's getting that tall. He got that height. He's got that skinny, uh, lanky ass body and shit, like my granddad and then my dad. So
Oh, okay.
he's my basketball guy, bro. I got him in the AAU league right now.
Yeah,
Uh, and so, I love it. I'm at a different place in my life though to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
um, because I got an older daughter too. She's 27. You know what I'm saying? I got 27. Yeah, I got a grandson and everything, bro.
Oh man.
We really out here, bro. We really
Time
out
is flying, boy.
here. Yeah, dog. You probably met her, dog. To be honest with you, she be out sometimes and boy going to little events and shit.
I probably
Um,
didn't don't even know.
bro, you probably try to holler at her and shit. But anyway,
No, no, not me. No, no.
nah, man. But it's cool, man. Because you get to watch them grow up. You get to teach them, bro. The
Yeah,
biggest thing is you get to really teach them and show them by example. Because we ain't had the pops. I ain't had the pops.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And the pops, I later got a relationship with my pops because we just got close over the phone type deal. And I found out I was like, yo, this is a cool dude, bro. Like my pops is cool.
Yeah,
It just didn't work out. The scenario, for whatever reason, didn't work out to where he was in my life like that. But it was cool. Um, and so I take that energy, bro, and I put it on my kids, and it's like, yo, I didn't have none of this.
right.
So I'm hoping that if I'm watering this seed the way I used to wish for a motherfucker to walk, then something good is gonna happen.
Right.
So
Imagine how amazing we would have been. You know what I mean?
that's what I be thinking, bro. Like, what
That
would happen?
extra.
You
But
never
you
know.
know, I mean, I've recently, me and my pop, we kind of came to I guess you could say, an understanding.
Yeah.
You know, we talk a lot more than before. I mean, he was sick recently, so we really talk. Um, but even before then, like we had a few conversations about, what I expected from him and what he wasn't. And I came to a point where it was like I don't want to. I'm not going to be the only one holding this bag of anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't really. I'm not gonna say he didn't care, but to him it was like it's water over the bridge. You know what I'm saying? It's water under the
Hmm.
bridge. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, you should have been this. You could have been this. You should have
Yeah.
done that. And after a while, I was just like, man, I have a choice. I do have a choice, and I chose to, let it go. Like, bro, like, listen, this is how I feel. This is exactly like, I remember I did a song a while back. Wiley produced it. It's called Letter to My Pop. And this had to be like 2012, 13, somewhere around there. And he came to get me from the airport. I went home and I put the CD in. I was like, yo, I want you to listen to this. So he listened to it. He
Mm.
started crying.
Wow.
That on the outside, I was like, yeah, yeah, feel
Yeah.
that. Like, I want you to feel how I felt. I
Right.
want you to feel it. But on the inside, it was just like, I wonder what he feels. So we
Right.
end up parking. I mean, we end up going to get something to eat. We sat down and had a nice, emotional conversation.
Yeah.
But it was that was 2012, and I think then I was more so telling him, that I want him to be more involved in what's going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in my life. And he's one of those people. He's in his little world, and he'll call and check in on you whenever,
Right.
and
Right.
that's
Right.
just okay. But I wanted more from him.
Yeah.
Our recent conversations was more so like, man, listen, you're gonna be you, I'm gonna be me. We good. Like, you
Yep.
know, all I ask is, effort, man. Like,
Right.
go. My nephew was a freshman this year, and he played
Okay.
ball. So I'm like, go pick him up, go play ball with him. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
to the gym with him, shoot around with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's made strides. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can ask. That's all I can ask.
Yeah.
And it feels better on my soul. You know what I mean? It feels better to me that I was able to get that off my chest and move forward. You know what I mean? It's about,
Yeah.
the relationship going forward, not really what you could have, should have, would have been.
No, that's a big part of it, bro. Is you have to have that moment where you get it off your chest. You have to have that moment where you say everything that you've been holding in. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
say it to that person. It's like, yo. And I had the same moment, bro. I had the same moment with Pops. But my Pop's such a nice dude. He's a nice he's nice. It was my mom. Really, it was like, again, they were young, bro. But I used to always blame him because he wasn't never around to defend himself, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you. But man, I got on the phone with him thinking I'm gonna go off, and I met him when I was 18. So one of the things that they had asked me, well, my grandmother asked me, she's like, "What do you want for graduation? You want me to try to get you a car, this, and that?" And I was like, she had actually tried to fix up this little car for me, and I was like, I don't care about all that. I just want to meet my dad, right? And she somehow they came up with it. I think her and my mom both came up with the idea to go and reach out to him. So I got to meet him at my graduation, bro. It was at my graduation day. I got a cap and gown on, and I that night I had full. Uh, it was my entire agenda to go after this dude and say why, and I did, bro. And he turned around and he's like, "Yo, it's like some people just don't get along." He broke his. He was like, "Yo, it was better for me not to be there because sometimes you just have that relationship where you don't get along with that person." And it was as simple as that, man. And um, from that point on, man, we kept in contact, and it's kind of bittersweet, bro, because as we started to develop a relationship, he now recently was diagnosed with dementia.
Man,
Yeah, bro. So it's like this is my dude. I never seen him since then, by the way. He's one of them dudes where he don't really, yeah, I haven't seen him since. I met him at 18 and we never seen each other again. Um, and so we had these conversations, bro, on the phone, and it's like we have these really cool bonding moments where it's like, oh shit, I get this or that from you, personality wise.
yeah.
And now that we start to get to know each other, and now this dude has dementia. So
Mm.
it's like a weird thing, bro, inside my head where it's like, do I try to really reach out to this man that I really don't know you. I mean, we talk on the phone, but I don't know you. You're a cool dude. You my pops. But now, do I reach out in the time where you're going downhill with the dementia and shit? Because if I stick myself out there, now I'm exposed emotionally. You feel me? So
I
it's one
get
of
it.
them things. It's one of them things I'm going through right now with my pops. Since we're talking about pops, um, I'm conflicted. What does the son do? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, listen, you do what your first instinct tell you to do, whatever it is. I
Right.
mean, I've every time I've went against my first instinct, I regretted it,
Yeah.
and I always say, "Damn, I knew I shouldn't have," because you'll talk yourself out of something,
Right.
whether
Right.
it's fear or you don't want to be vulnerable, you don't want to. But if your first, is to do, you got to do what's going to heal you or be good for you, good to you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like you got to weigh it out.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, bro, is when you put yourself out there, you expose yourself in that way. You can come out of it in one piece, and you can also come out of that shit shattered. You understand what I'm saying? There's two ways that you can come out of that. And see, as we go through life and things like that, you had your story, I had my story, etc. What you'll see is that in the times where you come out shattered, it make you question about do you want to put yourself out there again like that? You ever have those instances?
Listen, I love that challenge. I love it. I love it. I
Right, right,
fucking love it. So it's like, I know, even put myself out there, it's like shedding a new layer of skin. You really learn about yourself in those times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's never shattered. It's like, I'm gonna come out of there the way I want to come out of there. I'm gonna come because I'm going in with it with one intention. And if it's a pure intention, then even if I come out of there like mentally like, damn, but what does it hurt? Doing what you doing to heal yourself.
right.
At this point in time, it's all about healing at the stage of life. When
Yeah,
you have kids, you don't want your burdens to carry down to them.
yeah,
When you speak about your actions, you can't really speak about. I mean, I look at it like music. I
mm,
look at it the same way. Like, I can help certain people, and it's like having a fear of helping people and knowing that they don't deserve it. And
right,
and it's like, I could, after all the bad instances that happen, I could really be a real messed up person coming out. Like, I ain't helping nobody else. That's
right,
it.
right, right. Yeah,
This dude, but it's like, I helped you with a pure intention. What you do with it is on you.
yeah,
Hey, I'm not gonna lose no sleep. You did something foul. You gotta sleep. There's one guy that and to me, it wasn't I did him dirty. It
mm,
was he wasn't business savvy, and I knew what was going to happen, and the way he reacted to it was kind of like heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? And me, I have tough skin. Like, I'm a tough person, so to see him like that kind of bothered me,
right.
and I've always held on to that. But
Yeah,
it's like, going forward, like, I knew that I had to break things down to people before we go any further. This is what it is. Like, I learned from that, and everything else in business. Like, I've always tried to be. 100% upfront with people, but I
Right.
help people with the best intentions. If I'm not gonna have the best intentions, I'm not gonna do it. So it's kind of like that, like being in situations like my sister. I
Mm-hmm.
have a sister, younger sister. She's a year younger than me. Um, Me and her, we do not get along at all. We barely speak, like barely. Like it's the one I grew up with. Like we,
Right. Right.
one point in time, we were super close, but you know, she just does a lot of things that I don't like.
Right. With yeah.
But you know, it's like I don't mind being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I don't mind going in with the, you know, like I'm doing it for myself as well. Like if I have something to say, I'm going to say it to you, and I'm going to help you, or I'm going to, you know, be in this situation because I want to be there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking for the end result. There's no result. The only result is I'm doing what I want to do, you know, and
Yeah.
it gets sticky like that. And that's the way I just attack life with that. My dad, everybody, anybody that I have a problem with, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it for myself to get it off my chest, to move forward, or just to help you. I'm here to help. I'm here to, you know, move forward. Like your situation's a little different, you
Right.
know, but yeah, I look. I mean, I don't know. I like challenges. I try not to shy away from any of them.
Yeah.
Um, I'd rather just go head first and just, you know, because you know I've learned things that I used to be scared of. You know, I
Mhm.
like rejection, and you know,
Right.
like I used to sweat when I used to play people my music. Like I'd just
Yeah.
be sitting there hot. It start getting warm. Like damn, I
Right.
wonder what
Right.
they think.
Yeah.
Now you know, learn that about myself. But you know, it's
Mhm.
like now it's like I'm playing. Like it's nothing. It's done. So what am I being nervous about?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you are who you are.
Yeah. You got the confidence at this point too. You have shit. You got a track record, man, of making quality music, and have been making quality music for a long ass time now. So
Thank you, bro. I'm still trying to get better with this thing, man.
yeah, it's an ongoing race, man. Like just get better every time. Or and if you don't have that competition within yourself, bro, then the music gonna be trash. Like if you're
Yeah,
not trying to do a little bit better or at least expand yourself in some way, um, then what are you doing it for, really? To be honest with you,
true.
unless you just like to record. You know, I know people that just like to record. I'm sure you know a ton of them that
Yeah, I
record and
do.
never push it out. I'm like, damn, nigga, you got goddamn 1,000 mixtapes on you. Like
Yeah,
one of my homeboys is like that. I mean, and I called him a habitual recorder. I
I
was
got
like,
a
you
couple
just
of those. Yeah,
yeah. Um, I actually did a song with him. I made him. I like to try to push people outside their comfort zone. So anybody that's friends with me, bro, will tell you that I'm usually the dude that's trying to like get you to do some shit that you wouldn't normally do.
yeah,
But with him, man, he had all this music, bro. And I told him, I was like, you know, I ain't gonna say he was the I ain't gonna say he was the best rapper ever, but he had a lane, right? He had a tone in his voice. He had something there that was unique. So I was like, yo, let's do a song together. So we did a song together. We shot a video for it. Um, and you know, he got some views and he got some people listening to his music that he never had listened to his music before.
that's what's up.
And just that little bit of motivation, but it's just like your boy that told you, yo, you should go record, or you should do this. I want to be that dude because I had that dude too. I had somebody do the same thing, my boy from Connecticut. Um, but you got to be that motivation for people sometimes, bro. Like
You know
even
who's
if
my
that,
guy?
who
Maine from the Villains.
Vinny?
Nah, Maine.
Oh, man, yeah.
When I first moved down here, I used to play ball with Maine. So Maine used to come to the house and record, you know, in the little bathroom.
Oh shit, for real?
And Maine, yeah. So Maine shit used to be sound so like his tone, his
Yeah,
delivery was so polished. And
right.
I used to be like, and everybody used to be so excited to hear his shit. And I'm like, yo, he better than me? They be like, yeah, that nigga better than you. I'm like,
Hold up, was you already putting shit out at this point?
no.
Oh, so hold up, brother. We got to backtrack, bro, because that's a big deal. That's kind of a
Yeah.
big deal, bro, because like when I look at the rappers, like the real rappers, you
Yeah.
got to put the villains there, bro. The villains
Okay.
is
Yeah.
there, and so for him to be recording and you to be around that before you even put out music, I didn't know that, bro.
Yo, man used to come to the crib. Man, we used to play ball. Man come to the crib. He go chill. They
Yeah.
go, he go rap. We pull up some instrumentals. Me and Man got some old like mixtape tracks. Like
What?
Main was the guy, and I used to be like, yo, why is his delivery so polished? Like
Yeah,
it would be so like, and it's the same Main that you get today.
yeah,
The
yeah.
same smooth, like
Right.
killer Rakim type. And I'm like, yo, this dude is killing me, man. This dude is killing me.
Yeah.
And he used to always like, yo, I got an interview at the radio station, 88.5. And I used to be in so awe, like, yo, he on the radio. He's here
Yeah.
doing radio interviews, man. I gotta level up, man. I gotta get better. Like he was the poster on the wall that you look at
Right,
every
right,
day.
right,
Like,
right.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta have that, dude. You gotta have that. You gotta have that, bro. You gotta have
yeah,
that guy
man.
that's doing it at that next level that you want to get to.
Man, that was
Yeah.
my little rat pack, man. Me, him, and Marlon Maxwell, the comedian. Yeah, before he was doing comedy. Yeah, man. Like, but yeah,
Right.
we'd all go hoop. We hang out every day. I would see them every day.
How many of the cats from around that time? Because I'm thinking USF, so you was around college kids and you was around like so. How many of them cats are the ones that started coming and support you to this day?
Most of them still come to support
Yeah.
me, but a lot of them don't do music anymore.
Right, but they still come, they still support because that's one thing. Like when I think about your whole movement, bro, I saw you. You wasn't there at all, right? Then all of a sudden you come, you touch down. And not only do you touch down, but you touch down and you have already this kind of little bit of a movement with you. You already have these cats, like who
Well,
are these cats?
the crazy thing was when Soul Purpose was doing his open mic nights,
Right.
I would take a bunch of those guys and put them on a Dollar Day CD.
Got you, got you,
Um,
got you.
I met Lloyd Forrest, who was doing Flip TV. He
Right.
had a whole workshop house in Wesley Chapel. Like every room was something different, like a studio, green screen, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So Lloyd would let me come and print up CDs at his house, and he would only charge me like $1 a CD.
Yeah.
So I would take the Dollar Day CDs and they have 30 tracks on it, as many a blank disc, but it would be
Right, right, right.
all cats from the open mic night.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we would all support each other. So if somebody had a show, then we would all go. But everybody's shows usually would be at the open mic night because Tampa at that time, if you wasn't doing joke music, they really wasn't checking for you.
That's a fact.
So when I would go out to different spots, like I would venture out. I'll go to the Orpheum or I'll go to Empire, and they seen the hustle because I was already slinging CDs on the corner of Empire before they even offered me a job.
Yeah.
So when I dropped Dollar Day, they was like, "Hey, you want to do a release party here? We'll give you a Friday night. We'll give you 250 and just to pass out the flyers." And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And they made so much money that they gave me a job. So
That's
it
dope.
was it was like, all right, and that was before the cipher.
Yeah.
But I had 32 people on the CD, so you know, I show up, and even if half of them show up, what I mean, it looked like we got a little something going.
That's smart, bro. That's smart. You've always been able to leverage, man, those types of opportunities, bro. That's dope.
I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I look at it now like maybe subliminally I did know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that shit was smart, bro. Um, well, shit, man. I want to talk. I mean, I do want to talk about. Obviously, you got the Corona Kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Twenty
You know,
first.
is that dropping on the 21st of this month? I want to talk about that, bro. Like, so you have all this music that you've been doing over the past umpteen amount of years, right?
Right.
You're still motivated, obviously. Matter of fact, not only are you still motivated, it sounds like you reinvigorated because you've taken some time. You were working on other projects, Loud on Seven, and that sort of thing. But I recall like seeing some posts from you where you were like, "Yo, I'm going after it. I need y'all to
Yeah.
support me. I
It
need y'all
was
to back me up." So Talk to me about that.
I was on my way out of here, man. I was on my way out of here. A couple years ago, I started a management company. I
Okay.
had a few artists. That was kind of slow, too slow, like
Mhm.
very slow. So I did that. I still work with those artists. I still help them whenever they need help or whatever. But I was on my way out, man, and a guy I met through DJ Clips. Um, he reached out to me and he was just like, bro, like I've been coming to the shows and you know, what you doing? I was like, man, nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like I want you, what if I told you I could take care, whatever financial things you had, like I could get behind you and back you.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I got these two artists I'm working with, man. They real good, young dudes, da da da. Da. And he was like, nah, like I want to work with you, bro.
You
And
specifically. Yeah.
so I told him, give me a couple weeks and I'll get back to you. But I had to check in and see if I still had the passion and the heart and the dedication to do it. Because if I didn't, I wasn't gonna do it. And
Yeah.
so I went out to a studio, checked the studio out. It's out in Largo. It's a beautiful joint, man, and the sound was great. And I was just like, you know what? Let me finish what I started. Let me just actually really go for it. Because I mean, I've had times where I've had label opportunities, but
Mhm.
I understood what was going on, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
It's
I'm
not for
good.
you.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like if you don't have the right leverage, then what you don't. There's no need to have a deal.
Right.
If because then you're taking what they're giving you instead of making your own demand. And if you're gonna take what they're giving you, they're not gonna give you much, but a bunch of debt.
Yeah.
So I had to take some learning time, to learn the game, the industry, and so once I understood it, and me and him we had a conversation, and we were basically on the same page with things, and he has a lot more he has more ambition and more vision than I do. Like
Right.
when I wrote down my list of where I want to go, what I want to do, it seemed like peanuts compared to what he was trying to do. So that's all. That's a great thing.
That's a beautiful thing. That's what you want in a partner. That's what you want in a
Exactly.
partner.
So
So you guys get together. He kind of convinces you um, kind of get back into it and go hard with it. How long ago was that, roughly?
it's probably about like 8 months ago.
Okay. And then all this shit happens with Corona. So you
Actually,
have
you know what? I'm
time.
lying. It was a year. It was a year ago. It was a year. It was right before the festival. It was right before the festival last year.
Yeah.
So we've been I've never stopped recording.
Mhm.
So my last project was like 2017,
Right.
17, around 17, 18.
When was that?
So the last castle.
Last Castle. Okay.
So that was the last one. I've been through like three different studios since then. So but I've just been recording. But I haven't put anything out really. I've been like singles, yeah, but not like projects because I would go to one studio and then the sound would sound different than the next studio and
Yeah.
the plugins don't match and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I I'm sitting on a bunch of music in Brixton. Brixton is like, man, bro, we need to put some of this music out, bro. You sitting on maybe 100 something beats, and I was just like, he sent me beats like every day.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I have a bunch of them recorded. I just need to actually get in and mix them all. And I was like, you know what? Why don't you? I have an idea for you to get more busy and more out there. So I was like,
Mhm.
we just gonna do a project with all just us two.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, but I mean, we only recorded two new tracks. Everything else we've already had. We just had to
It's new to us though.
write.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
we put that out. We're gonna put that out on the 21st. But that's not the music that we've been working on in the studio is more commercialized music. The Corona Kid joint is really it's really some hip hop. Like
You getting after
it
you
feels
getting
like
back to your root.
2006.
That's what's up.
That's how it feels. Yeah.
You got features on there or just
Yeah,
all
I got
you?
I got a joint with Chris Jackson, called Situations. Um, See
Rapper?
when,
Singer.
huh?
Rapper or sing? He rap or
Rapper.
sing?
Yeah, he
Okay.
raps. Yeah,
Okay.
he's pretty dope. He's like to me, one of the top lyricists in the city.
What's
Yeah,
his
Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson. Okay. That's what
Yeah,
he go by?
he hosts this show called Lyrical Hole.
I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, Chris Jackson,
Okay.
definitely. And to see him on stage is phenomenal. Like I put him up there. He's not as lyrical as Mike Mass, but he's like to me, Mike Mass is like lyrical on another dimension. Like it goes over your head. Chris
Yeah.
Jackson is like in your face lyrical.
Okay. Okay. Different style. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's more like a Sci-Hi the Prince,
Got you.
like that type of lyrical where it's you gonna catch that punchline.
Got you.
Um, I have of course I got C Renee on there. We got a track called Fighter. That's my favorite track on the project. It's the most commercial track on the project too. When I hear it, I want to shoot a Gatorade commercial to it. Like, no, seriously.
Do it, bro. Make that shit happen.
Like I really like when you hear it, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. My
Yeah.
vision when I after I listened to it, after I recorded, I said, yo, this is a Gatorade commercial.
Make it
But
happen, man.
yeah, I got her and I think Jay Dante, young
Jay
kid.
Dante.
Yeah, the young kid I'm working with. He's phenomenal, man. He's out of here.
You got an R&B dude you working with too, right?
That's him.
Oh, Jay Dante. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
he sings and raps. He does like the singy rap thing. He just put an EP out called Halfway. That joint is really dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him in the studio with some people in Atlanta and long story short, man, Usher liked one of his tracks and wanted to buy it, but we couldn't get in touch with the producer.
Yeah.
And so, now it's in-house production only for that kid.
Hey, that's some shit. That's
Bro,
crazy.
it was there. It was
Damn.
there, yeah. But you miss one, there'll be more.
Yeah, more will come for sure, bro. For sure. So Corona Kid, August what?
August 21st.
August 21st.
Yep.
I mean, make sure I check this shit out, man. I try to check everything out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I do try to check everything out. I remember Last Castle. I checked that one out. And then I knew you had Jay Dante. I knew you was working with that kid. I didn't know that project came out, so I got to check that. I got to check that one out.
Yeah, Halfway is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It's a little 5-song EP. Yeah, it's kind of dope. Me and him, we have we have a lot of music together. He's pushed me to broaden my sound. Like I'm in the studio with him, and I'm like, let me try that. Let me play with this. He's 21.
Yeah.
We've been working since he was 20, so like he has that younger ear. Like his he
Mhm.
might give me some advice like, hey, try this or just try auto. He taught me in the auto tune.
Right.
It's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's like
You
sushi.
use it the right way. Yeah, you use it the right way, dog. You use it the right way. That shit dope, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And
So
I
we're
have
gonna hear some of that. We're gonna hear some of that on the Corona Kid, bro.
no, no, no.
Oh, man.
Corona Kid is like some hip hop shit. Like,
Okay. Okay.
but I right after the Corona Kid, you'll hear it. Matter of fact, what I'll do after this, send me your email and I'll send you a couple of tracks. And
Yeah.
you'll
Hell yeah.
you'll definitely when you hear the change, just know it was him.
I bet. That's what's up. Um, I wanted to hit you with some questions, bro. Like I'm trying some new things, man, that I haven't really done before.
Oh, let's
But I
do it.
want to try this shit, bro. Since I know you love basketball, bro, I'm gonna call this the Final Four.
Mm,
And I'm calling it the Final Four. I'm gonna use this across the board, no matter who I interview. Final Four, but I based it on you and your love for basketball.
gotcha,
So 4 questions. You just answer whatever comes to mind first, right?
gotcha.
So if you could get 30 minutes in a room to discuss any business idea or music idea, 30 minutes in a room with anybody, and who would it be and why?
Oh, Hove, definitely Hove.
I
That's my
thought you would
that's
say that.
yeah, that's my guy. That's
Yeah.
my guy. If Hove was off the list, it would be Diddy.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah.
You're going straight for the top. I got you. You're going straight for the black billionaires. I see you. I see you.
Yeah, I want to listen. I need to be there. I need to be in that room. I need to be in that. Listen, if I'm one of these people. If I was a billionaire,
Yeah.
a lot of things in Tampa would change.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
and 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 it's because of my love for Tampa. Like
Right.
I have like so much love and respect for Tampa that it would be a lot of changes all across the board, especially when it comes to entertainment
Mm-hmm.
and just lanes for people to move around, you know,
Right.
and to be seen. Because I feel like
Yeah.
that's the only thing that we're missing. We're missing that satellite to broadcast what's going on here.
Yeah. That one star or that one group of stars or that movement that just
Not even.
supersedes
I mean, we
everything.
just need that group of people that hang out with Diddy and have Diddy
There
come
you
to the
go.
city and say, "Hey, Diddy, hey, check
Yeah,
these,
yeah.
check what's going on over here. Build something over here with us." You know,
Exactly. Yeah. I can see it. So Jay-Z or Diddy on that one. I got you. Okay. Um, I think I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway, just for people that don't know. Uh, Jordan,
Jordan.
Kobe, or
Jordan.
LeBron?
You know it's Jordan.
I had to ask, bro.
You
I
know
don't
it's
know.
Jordan, man.
2020, shit's going crazy out here, dog. I don't know.
And it's
People are
but
changing
it's
their
in that
mind.
but it's in that order: Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. But if
Isn't
you're
that order?
but if you're speaking off the court, it would be the other way around.
Mm.
It would be LeBron,
Yeah.
Kobe, Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I
I've
never.
I've studied. I've watched a lot of the LeBron shows that they have, like on ESPN Plus, like the More Than Basketball, where it talks about how him and his homeboys that he's basically they learned on the go with him, and now they
Right, right.
all are running their successful companies
Yeah.
because of LeBron. I think that's one of the dopest stories ever.
That is a dope ass story, bro.
That I mean, it says a lot about you to do. Like I love to see Tata with Jake. I'm like, yo, y'all still like that's a real because you
Yeah.
you know as a person how many ups and downs you go through with your friends,
Yeah, bro.
and to still be around, it says something, man.
Yeah, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, bro, with your homies.
With the people you struggle with, love.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, okay. And so let me see. I think we kind of talked about this one, but I'll ask you anyway, just so we can have a summarized answer. Um, what would you say if you had to say you had three keys to success? What would you say your three keys to success have been?
Um, hard work, um, dedication, and belief.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a
Once
strong
you
three.
yeah, once you have that belief, belief is a strong word, and I think people misuse it a lot. Because once you believe something, it takes a lot for them to turn you the other way. So
Yeah. It's
it's
almost
like,
like belief almost is first, right?
yeah, belief is first.
Gotta be
Because you have
first.
to believe that you have to believe in yourself. And you have to believe that what you're doing is the way you want it done.
Yeah.
As an artist, you understand sometimes you do something a certain way and people like, nah, that'll never work, or nah, nobody's ever done that. And your answer has to be, I know. You know,
Hmm.
you can't always be like, oh well, all right, well, let's do it this way. Like every music movie I've ever watched, like even down to Cadillac Records, when the
Yeah.
guy was doing when he was blowing the horn on the microphone and
Right,
he's
right,
like,
right.
no, he's dirtying up the vocals. Like it's like, nah, let it go, let it go. And it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be dedicated. You can't. There's no stopping. There's no taking a day off. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And you got to work hard. You have to work hard. Like I just believe in work. The work. If you want it, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So yeah, that those three things to me are the most important to anything in life. If you want to be successful, even if
Yeah.
you're a father, you need those three things.
What's your son's name, bro?
H.
H.
Yeah.
That's your son's name? H.
Yep.
This nigga can't H, if you listen to this, man, this your pops talking, man. It's
Yeah.
2020. In the midst of the craziest year ever, he's talking about hope, belief, positivity. So make sure you listen to this, man.
That's
It's your
right.
pop talking, bro.
Oh, he gonna know it, left and right, up and down.
Oh, he is, bro. I already know. I already know. And his baby sister's gonna know it as well when y'all decide to go
Ain't
ahead.
no baby sister, man.
You,
Nah,
you,
bro. Ain't no
you
baby
gotta,
sister. He
nah,
got
you
a
gotta have a
cousin.
baby
He got a
sister,
girl
bro.
cousin. Nah, one and done, kid.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
big
listen.
dog.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. It wasn't. Listen, he wasn't an accident.
Right.
And
He was a
and
blessing.
right now, I mean, he listen. Hey, you know, in basketball they say heat check. You shooting just to see, make sure that you don't gonna go in. Like, hey, man, you just keep shooting. Hey, I was just like, you know what? I wonder if does this thing even work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, it works. Okay, it's a
Yeah.
boy. We're out of here. Not being out of if I knew if I knew I was gonna have a boy, I would have probably had a child probably around like 30.
Got you. Got you.
I would have definitely had a child. Yeah, earlier.
How old are you now, bro?
37.
Damn. You look.
Yeah,
See, you don't drink. Hold up. So you look young. You look the same that you looked when I first met you, bro.
just a bigger beard, right?
It's a bigger beard, bro. I've been there through the beard journey as well.
Right.
Just so you know. Um, you don't drink. You don't smoke. That's something that
Right.
I want to talk to you about. Obviously, with cats that you hang with, being in the bar business, being in the promotion business, hip hop business, not drinking, not smoking is especially for a rapper, dog. You know, getting high before rapping or just even writing rhymes, that's almost like a prerequisite with a lot of cats. How come you never did it?
I was a basketball junkie, man. And
So
I
what
grew up
happened?
and I grew up in the city. So, you
Right.
know, it was a lot of learning from failure. You know, being young, watching these washed up, high people trying to play basketball,
You
and
saw that
you
side.
hear the, oh man, if I ain't drink, if I was fucked up, I'll be. Well, you obviously you do. So come get this work. But
Come
I
on,
always
man.
looked at it as a sign of weakness. Not that I look down on others, but
Right.
I feel like if I can't um control myself, I always want to be in control of myself.
Got you.
And
Got you.
I seen some of the dumbest mistakes be ever in life be made because a person was drunk and high. And
Yeah.
I never wanted to be that person. I always look at those people like
Right.
so many people have kids because they're drunk, too many
Mhm.
kids that they don't want to take care of, or they
Right.
killed somebody because
Yeah.
it's a long list, but there's
Yeah.
not too many. It's like positives and negatives.
Right.
It don't outweigh it. So I never
Yeah.
really wanted to be that guy.
I feel you, bro. I feel you on that. That wasn't one of the final four questions, by the way.
Okay.
So that was a bonus question. The last and final question I was going to ask. So this is the final four, last and final question. This is kind of a generic question, but I'm interested because again, I look at this as a time capsule piece. So I want to revisit this. So where do you see yourself or your brand or either or both? Where do you see yourself in 10 years, bro?
10 years, I'm wrapping it up. 10 years, I'm wrapping up damn near everything. Uh, like I'll be set in stone with what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life. I told myself by 50 I want to be retired somewhere. So I'll be 47. I'll be wrapped up. But in within these next 10 years, I wanna run this basketball league. Um, that's going to be something I want to run until I'm dead and pass it on to my son.
That's not work.
Um,
That's a
yeah,
passion project. Yeah.
right. But it's something that it's going to take work to keep it and and to grow it and make sure it's done the right way. I look at the
Right.
same way as I look at the cipher. It's just something that I enjoy watching people grow, accomplish their dreams and little things. Um, I want to throw concerts. That'll be that's one of the things that I'll always do until I'm not able to do it anymore. I want
Mhm.
to have a concert company, but I want to throw bigger concerts
Right.
of all types, of all types. So that's something that I want to do. you know, for the next 10. That's my next 10. So from my goal was for 40 to 50. That was gonna be my goal. But you know, we starting early. We starting early. So
Hey, bro, retiring at 50 is that's dope because you're still
but when
young. You
you
can do what you need to
yeah.
do. You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
feel, you know, it's crazy. I feel like I'm already retired, right? So I don't know what I think retirement really is. I mean, seriously, like I get up when I want, I go to sleep when I want, I do what I want. There's nothing that only thing that I'm missing right now is the money. There's nothing that I do now that I would not want to do for the rest of my life.
That's
And
dope.
that's been my mentality since probably about for the 10 years ago. It was like, bro, I don't want to do anything that I don't want to do ever again. Like I'll probably stop hosting like other people's stuff like at clubs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
other than that, like I just want to do everything I want to do in life. So when I say retire, like I kind of got to define what retiring is because
Right.
I feel like life is easy, right? Not I'm gonna say easy, but life is pretty stress free.
Yeah. You've
It's
carved
stress
out.
free.
You've carved out your own comfort zone where you're able to do what you need to do
Yeah,
your way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what retirement is for a lot of people. You know,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
if they have balls all their life. You know what I mean? So
I just gotta find that you know that retirement fund. So
yeah, that
yeah
money
these
tree.
that these next 10 years I gotta find that retirement fund, that investment that just keeps on giving. You know?
Yeah, bro. Well, you never know out of the projects that you're working on, bro. Those things could start to really
Yeah,
flourish and give back. You planting the seeds right now. I mean, and just like with anything, man, you plant the seeds. You gotta sometimes, wait for those things to grow, man. But I have no doubt personally that you're gonna be where you want to be in 10 years, bro. Because I believe that if you say it, you the type of dude that's gonna make sure it gets done, man. So,
yeah,
um,
man. I'm hoping
and
for. I'm
again,
hoping for it. We're
yeah,
gonna work
and again,
for it.
that's why I ride with you, bro. So,
We're gonna work for it. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you something that I've only told one other person, two other people outside of the guys that I'm doing it with. And about I want to say I have a 5 year plan to. I really want to open up a school.
mm,
Not so much a regular school, but a art school
okay,
where and it's I guess it would be called like a media school. So I really want to have a building in which I can teach graphic work. I
yeah,
could teach like video work.
right,
I want to teach like social media, like basically how to really work social media. And damn, I can't remember the fourth one. Oh, audio recording.
yeah,
So I want to start a school where in 4 years you can learn all four of these things and leave with a trade that you could use forever. Whether
mm,
you're doing commercials, movie videos, I mean music videos, movies, you can do
right,
graphics, pamphlets, flyers. Like these are things that are used not just for rap, but
yeah,
for everything. And
right,
I think that would be dope for the start with the kids. I want to do it for the kids, and
mm,
then after the hours for the kids are over, like people can rent out, the stuff to use. It'll be up to date equipment. So if you're a person who has an idea, like you know how to use the stuff, but you don't have the equipment to make a movie, you can come in and rent the time and make your movie.
right.
Things like that. I wanna open one in 5 years.
Yeah, man. I mean, one stop shop, bro. Like everything, all encompassed in one consolidated space, man. That's dope, and that goes hand in hand with it goes hand in hand with everything else that you're already doing on
Right.
top of it. You know what I'm
And that's
saying? So,
what that's what the boys club thing is going to start me to
exactly.
understand, to transition into that. So that's the plan. I haven't told anybody that yet, but that's gonna be my little thing, man. I want something where the kids can really go in and learn in their
Mhm.
off time. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not into sports.
Right.
You
And
know?
there's so much. There's so many other things you can do now. Back then, all we had was sports, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have a lot of other options, or it didn't seem like we did. So,
And I
but the
like to
way
work
things
with kids, man. I have a soft spot for kids. I think it's probably because of the way I grew up. And I grew up in a Boys and Girls Club too.
did you?
So yeah, man, I was a boy. My mom always had 2, 3 jobs. Me and my sister was in a boys club till she got off of work. So, just it kept us out of trouble, it kept us safe. And they just knocked down the boys club where I used to go. So, I think that it's time, man. It's time.
You coach? You ever thought about coaching?
I've coached my high school team. My
Mhm.
the year I graduated, I coached the summer leagues for the two
Right,
years that
right.
I stayed in Delaware. I've coached them. I haven't coached kids yet.
Okay.
I've
I was gonna
I've
say,
ran
man,
some
I'm looking
tournaments
at
with
job.
kids, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna go straight to I straight to running the league. I don't think that I
See,
don't know.
that's the difference between that's the mentality, bro. That's that mentality shift that makes you you, man.
Yeah, I just think that me at like the teaching level with children, with other people's children, I don't think I'm there yet.
Right,
Like
right.
I know how my son will be raised with the '90s rules.
Hmm.
That's what I call '90s rules.
What, elbows to the chest and shit?
Yeah, nah, like, yeah, like nah, like I mean everything from the house to the like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know how when grown folks talking, you go in another room when company,
Right.
yeah, like all of that, like very respectful. I grew up north, so we ain't say a lot of yes ma'am, no ma'am, and all of that.
Yeah,
But everything else, like yeah, you're definitely not gonna be talking back, and
yeah.
basketball, you're gonna learn to play physical. Like
Hmm.
I love Russell Westbrook on the court. I don't like his. I think he's too arrogant to not have won a championship.
Yeah,
But his attitude is like Rasheed Wallace. And if Rasheed was a point guard, that would be him.
yeah. Rashid was that dude, bro. He was
Yeah,
that
I
dude.
love it.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different game now, man, for sure. But
Oh yeah. But those type of players, they don't come around too often. So, you got that in you, you got that dog in you, like Kobe had that dog. Like I
yeah,
love it. I love it.
yeah,
So,
yeah, man. That's the one thing. That's the one thing that keeps LeBron from being up there to me is that dog is not quite. I mean, he
yeah,
know how to win, but that dog, bro, like you said, that Jordan had it, Kobe had it.
he ain't got it.
Yeah,
When you
uh,
passing on that final shot, you ain't got it.
that's
If
it,
that
bro.
Hey, listen, if it's 10 seconds to go and I get the ball in my hand, please know the rebound. Don't even look for the pass. You got to be wide open under the basket, like
Yeah,
right there. I'm taking that
yeah.
shot, man.
She crazy, man. She crazy. We gonna see what happens, bro. We gonna see what happens, though. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how history writes itself. He still got how many years you think he got left?
Um, I think he'll retire in 5.
In 5.
His son is how old?
You got to be like 16, right? Because he's in high school and he.
Yeah, he's gonna be the. He's gonna. I think he's gonna break the. He's gonna make history with the first player to ever play with his son, and
Mm,
then he's out of here
mm. I didn't even
because
think about that storyline. Where you get that storyline from? You just that's
he's
just
the. I mean, it's just basketball. I just see it. I mean, his son is. I believe he's six. If he might be 16, 17 now.
right.
They already changed the age limit to now you can come out of high school and play in the G League.
Mm,
So they're slowly changing the rules for LeBron. Like
really?
they're slowly, because before you had to do a year of college, which made you 19. So
Right.
even if his son comes in 3 years from now, LeBron's be good. He'll be good. He takes the best care of himself, and he
Mhm.
has superstar teammates where he doesn't have to carry the load. Anthony Davis is carrying that team. He don't have to save years, bro. He ain't even
Yeah,
playing. He ain't even playing in most of the games.
I agree, bro. This is off topic, man, but why he got that shit on his head, bro? Like, sometimes I just want to talk to LeBron and be like, dog, just change that
Come
shit up.
home. Come home, man.
Bring it on home, brother. Bring it on. Bring it to the house, bro.
I don't know, man. That's a good. He looking
He looking
crazy out
good
there.
at the Angles though. They're like, all right, nigga, that shit on
He gotta
pole.
keep his head up.
And this motherfucker start sweating me second quarter, shit start popping up. I'm like, nah.
Oh man, that shit look crazy. He too rich. He too rich to be having that
Yeah,
shit in his head.
too rich, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. I want to thank you, bro, for coming on and talking shit. I know when I told you originally like 90 minutes, man, you was like, oh shit, that's a long ass time. But I feel like time went by pretty quick, bro.
Oh nah, this was the perfect time. My son, he usually take his nap around like 5, 6.
Yeah.
He be popping up around 9. That's why I use like 6, 7. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what's up. You
Cause he'll
still
be in
on
here all climbing on me, trying to
for real?
yeah.
That's what's up, man. You still on the night shift, bro? You still got that night clock?
Oh
Internal
yeah.
night
Yeah.
clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, man. I don't wake up before 12 unless I have something like specifically to do.
Right.
I'll be up till 6, 5, 6 in the morning. Yesterday I was tired, man. My car got messed up, so I gotta go get that tuned up, get that little tune up. So I got to sit in the house all day today.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, shit, it was good catching up with you, bro. We're gonna definitely
Always.
we're gonna reconnect, man. I wanna listen to the album, and then I'm gonna sit with that for a while, and I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up, man. Let you know what I thought, bro. Even though
Yeah,
you probably
definitely.
don't know what I think, but I'm gonna let you
Man,
know.
come on, man. Nah, man. But I send me your email so I can send you them. I'm gonna send you those tracks tonight so you have something to listen to the album come out, man.
Yeah, bro.
I got
And
like 40 of them. I got like 40 keeper in the keeper folder. I got like 40 in the keeper folder.
all right. I'm gonna send you my email right now. I'm gonna message you on here. Actually, I think I can do it from here. But
Nah, send it through the Facebook joint so I could just
Facebook.
copy and paste it. Yeah.
I bet. All right, my man. It was good talking to you, bro. Good luck
Always
with
my brother.
everything.
Love, man.
Sure, bro. I appreciate you, bro. All
All right, family.
right, man. Be safe.
Peace.
Yo. So that was my man H. That was the first podcast down on the new streaming platform, and it's gonna get better. Gonna have some more guests. I got a few lined up that I'm gonna announce maybe next week, and we'll see how it goes. We'll take it from there. All right, Convo Unedited.